So moving on to the next topic, in previous video you have come across going through the series of expansion, that is till the tan x. This is what you have learned in the previous video, and please memorize these things and keep it in your mind, as I've told you the pattern to remember, and try to remember it in that way itself. Okay, and now we'll be moving on to the next topic, that is summation of series. And in this summation of series, you have studied about summation symbols, which you have studied, and these things you have also studied and derived in mathematical induction in first year, if I'm not wrong, if you remember. So you recall that whatever you have studied. No, derivations you don't need at all. In mathematical induction you have studied these derivations, but it is not required derivations. But these are the standard expansions or summation of series which you need to remember. So this is the first thing is nothing but simply the sum of n terms when it is n natural numbers. This one you have studied from the 10th grade as well. That is summation of series of n natural numbers in arithmetic progression. That is n into n plus 1 divided by 2. And it is same as writing 1 by 2 into n plus 1. So this particular formula is not going to be a problem for you to remember, since you have already seen this formula before and derived it also and used this formula also. So it is simply nothing but if the k value is ranging from 1 to n, which means the numbers are going and the following of natural numbers, that is, it follows the pattern of natural numbers 1, 2, 3. The summation of that, the total value of that, or a formula for that, can be written as n into n plus 1 divided by 2. Okay, that's about the first thing. Then moving on to the next one, if it is n square, or that is the k square, what happens if the numbers are square of the natural numbers? So it is simply, it can be written as 1 by 6 into n plus 1 into 2n plus 1. Okay, this can also be written like this. Okay, since you have studied it in this way, or you have derived the equation in this way, remembering pattern would be better if you remember it like this. Okay, that is n into n plus 1, 2n plus 1 divided by 6. Okay, so that is how you can remember it, however you have studied in the previous classes. That's better way to remember the pattern, how it looks like, and this will be stored in your mind. This third formula is dealing with this, the whole cube. That is 1 cube plus 2 cube plus still n cube. It is nothing but same as squaring this particular first formula. That is k, just the natural number sum. If you square it, you're going to get the same pattern or the same answer as that of this one. That is, square of this one is n square into n plus 1 the whole square divided by 4. Okay, it is same as squaring this one, and it is nothing but cube of n cube. That is n cube of all the natural numbers is same as squaring the n natural numbers. So do not get confused, just remember it in this way. This will be helpful in some kind of problems when you're coming across. Okay, so then moving on to the next set of formulas, that is in summation of series. We'll be going through this one, so I hope it is clear in this one. I will make it more clear, as I will be putting a picture of this one, these formulas in below of this particular screen as well. So please go through that clearly, and when I'm explaining also, see this video. So here the first thing which you need to, the next formula which you need to learn is about 2k minus 1. Okay, even this formula probably you have derived or what. This is same as writing the odd numbers addition, sum of all the odd natural numbers, 1 plus 3 plus 5, and then goes on till 2n minus 1. The summation of 2k minus 1, it is just n square. Okay, the expansion of this one will give me an answer as n square. So this is the expansion, that is sum of these is odd numbers 1 plus 3 plus 5. The answer of that is simply n square. Clear? So remember this one, and so we'll move on to the next thing. This arithmetic progression which I studied in the lower classes, I need not explain much, and I just want you all to have 10th grade textbook with you, or even the 11th grade, that is the first PU textbook mathematics with you. You have studied this, and please quickly recall that chapter before moving on to this particular video session of this. So in this one, the nth term of AP is simply nothing but a plus n minus 1 into d. So remember, it is n minus 1 into d. I have seen many people writing it as n minus 1, then separately as d, which means this n minus 1 is not put in the bracket, and that is the common mistake done, and I'm sure you all have done that mistake already, and so you know how to solve this particular problem now. It can be represented in terms of tn or an, it's up to you. So it is nth term is a plus n minus 1d, then the sum of n terms is, there are many such formulas for sum of AP. One is n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d, and this 2a plus 1 minus 1 into d can also be written in the form of a plus a n minus 1 into d. A plus n minus 1 into d is simply nothing but an. Okay, so this is another formula to remember it in this way. Most of the times in 1 mark questions, that is in CET or competitive levels, you will be moving on to this form. They will be giving you the last term and the first term and the number of terms. You will be just substituting in this formula and getting the answer. And once again, it is not going to be so direct. They will twist and ask you a certain question in such a way that you will have to find out the given thing is the last term and the given thing is the first term, and what else is the number of terms. Okay, the question will be twisted in that way, but ultimately you will have to end up using this formula. Sometimes it will be helpful even if you use this formula, that is n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. So these are the formulas for sum of n terms of an AP when a and d is given. So then next, natural numbers. Just now, previous summation, we have also seen the sum of natural numbers is simply nothing but n into n plus 1 divided by 2. So this much is about the sum of the series or the sum of arithmetic progression. Then this particular formula, I don't know whether I have taught you all during the normal classes. If not, please remember this. This is going to be very helpful for your competitive exams. So here it is to find the common difference, that is d. And common difference, I hope you all know what it is. It is nothing but the difference between the terms of an AP. A is the first term of an AP. N is the number of elements in an AP. AP means arithmetic progression. I hope you know. Okay. So n is the number of terms present in an AP. A is the first term. D is the common difference. An is the last term. Sn is the sum of the full arithmetic progression. How many numbers or how many elements are there? If I just add them up, it's going to give me the answer as Sn. Natural numbers. Then the common difference. Here you can see the common difference is the formula for common difference, AP minus AQ divided by P minus Q. So here I can tell you that AP is any random term given in an AP. Okay, one example I will write. I don't know whether it is clear or not. I will change the ink. Suppose 1 and dash, no, the two terms are not given here. There is not given, and something like which means 1 and the two middle terms are missing, and it's going to be 7 for the fourth term. So here I can see this is my A1 and this is my A4. The A2 and A3 are missing. So here how can I find out the common difference? So easier is, there is obviously an easier method, that is obviously a direct method, that is this minus this is equal to this minus this, and this is what you have done in your previous classes, that is first year of arithmetic progression. I can subtract these two terms and equate it and find the unknown terms. Okay, or else there is a direct formula I can think of here, that is AP minus AQ divided by P minus Q, that is A1 minus A4 divided by 1 minus 4. I hope you understood what it means. So here it is, any random terms are given. It need not be fourth term, it can be 24th term also, first term and the 24th term given. It will be A1 minus A24 divided by 1 minus 24. Since here in this example I have taken it as the fourth term, it is going to be A1 minus A4 divided by 1 minus 4. So A1 here is nothing but 1 according to the AP given. 1 minus 7, A4 is 7, then 1 minus 4 is minus 3. So this is going to be minus 6 by minus 3. The answer is 2. That this is my common difference, what I am talking about. Okay, so I hope you all can see the video clearly. Since my handwriting has been written small, I don't know how clear it is, so please and let me know if you're not able to understand it. Okay, I just want you all to recall these topics quickly in your textbook, and then we can move on to this. So here I hope you understood this formula. Remember this formula: D is equal to AP minus AQ by P minus Q. Next, of number system it is, like whether it is real numbers, whole numbers, natural numbers, and integers, or whatever it is. So your answer, it is natural numbers. So you can create a question out of these things as well. Okay, some simple and basic things you need to know. You can move on with that. So this is sum of natural numbers. Then the common difference. Here you can see the common difference is the formula for common difference: AP minus AQ divided by P minus Q. So here I can tell you that AP is any random term given in an AP. Okay, one example I will write. I don't know whether it is clear or not. I will change the ink. Suppose 1 and dash, the two terms are not given here. There is not given, and something like something like this is given, which means 1 and the two middle terms are missing, and it's going to be 7 for the fourth term. So here I can see this is my A1 and this is my A4. The A2 and A3 are missing. So here how can I find out the common difference? So there is obviously an easier method, that is obviously a direct method, that is this minus this is equal to this minus this, and this is what you have done in your previous classes, that is first year of arithmetic progression. I can subtract these two terms and equate it and find the unknown terms. Okay, or else there is a direct formula I can think of here, that is AP minus AQ divided by P minus Q, that is A1 minus A4 divided by 1 minus 4. I hope you understood what it means. So here it is, any random terms are given. It need not be fourth term, it can be 24th term also, first term and the 24th term given. It will be A1 minus A24 divided by 1 minus 24. Since here in this example I have taken it as the fourth term, it is going to be A1 minus A4 divided by 1 minus 4. So A1 here is nothing but 1 according to the AP given. 1 minus 7, A4 is 7, then 1 minus 4 is minus 3. So this is going to be minus 6 by minus 3. The answer is 2. That this is my common difference, what I'm talking about. Okay, so I hope you all can see the video clearly. Since my handwriting has been written small, I don't know how clear it is. So please and let me know if you're not able to understand it. Okay, I just want you all to recall these topics quickly in your textbook, and then we can move on to this. So here I hope you understood this formula. Remember this formula: D is equal to AP minus AQ by P minus Q. So one formula that to find us in this last term with the help of sum of series can be written in this way as well. That is, sum of n terms, not last term, sum of n terms minus the sum of last but one term. Okay, the sum up till last but one term. One is sum till n terms, that is the last full set of terms, minus the remaining number of terms. That will give me the last term itself. Correct or not? If you can think of, I can tell 1, 3, 5. Imagine this 3 is it. So here the full sum of series Sn is equal to 1 plus 3 plus 5. It is 9. Okay, and if you want to find out the last term, you are going to add these two, last but one term sum, Sn minus 1, this is 4. That is 9 minus 4 will give you 5 answer, and that is nothing but your and that is nothing but the last term. This just a rough example which I gave you all, and you'll this in the same way you'll be getting a higher level problem which will help you understand what this is telling. That is, Tn is equal to Sn minus 1, which means the sum of n terms minus the sum of last but one term. Okay, remember this will be helpful for you other than these as well. Okay, then